morning, TK. Happy Monday. I hope everyone had a really awesome weekend. Welcome to Holy Week. Ms. Cortez talked to you about Holy Week this morning in your morning meeting, and we'll be talking about it more later in the week. We're going to go ahead and get started with reading, though. Remember, we are talking about the story Tug of War. Tug of War, a really fun story with our turtle and our elephant and our hippo set in the jungle in Africa. Today we're going to be working on activity sheets 3 and 4. So let's think about what our objective is today. Objective is what we are going to learn. I can identify an arrow. Our next objective is I can hear if beginning sounds are the same or different. So we have two objectives going on today. Let's look at our first one. We're going to be looking for the shape arrow. Remember, we talk about a different shape for every story, and for this story, we're thinking about the shape of an arrow. I actually have 2 arrows written up here on my objective board. Does anyone see them? Yeah, I have one up here for our first objective, and another arrow pointing at our second objective. So we're going to be looking at an arrow, and an arrow tells us a direction to go in, tells us a direction to follow. So today we're going to be looking for an arrow on our activity sheet and then following it to make a special surprise. Our next objective, we are going to be hearing some words and deciding if the beginning sounds are the same or different. So I'm going to give you an example here. Let's look at our tools here. We've got some words. Eyes, mouth, and brain. Do any of those words have the same beginning sound? Think about your sound hound. You're looking for the word or the sound at the beginning of the word. Do any of them have the same beginning sound? No, they don't. They don't have the same beginning sound. Eyes starts with the letter E, mouth starts with the letter M, and brain starts with the letter B. Let's try a different one though. What if I put up this word? So now our 2 words are brain and body. Think about the beginning sounds of brain and body. Are they the same or are they different? They're the same, right? They have the same beginning sound. They both start with the letter B, which says b. So today we're going to be seeing some words and deciding if they have the same beginning sound or a different beginning sound. Let's head over to our screen to get started. All right, TK, here we are for our reading activity pages. First, we are beginning with activity page 3. And remember, our objective for this page was to identify the shape of an arrow. And then we're going to follow the direction that the arrow shows us. So on this page, we have a little connect the dots activity. Today, we're going to be using a brown crayon. So find your brown crayon like it shows us at the top of the page. And we are going to start by finding the orange dot. Where is the orange dot on the page? Right up there? Yep, there it is. So we're going to start at that orange dot, and you will see an arrow by that orange dot. We need to follow the direction that that arrow is going in with our brown crayon. So starting at the orange dot, we're going to follow the arrows which show us which way to trace around the secret picture that's on this page. On this page, there is an animal. And once we trace and connect all of our dots in the direction that the arrow asks us to, we will find that animal. So go ahead, pause the video here and do that. And next I will show you what it will look like. All right, you guys, I hope you used your brown crayon to connect the dots and follow the arrows. Here's how I did it. So I connected all my dots. I started at the orange dot and I went around and down and back up and across and down and up and around and back to the top. And what animal did we make? An elephant, you're right. So now what you can do is you can color in your elephant and make sure to stay inside those dots that you traced around. Great job, guys. And once you're done coloring your elephant in, we can go on to activity page number 4. All right, TK, here we are on activity page number 4. Make sure you write your name at the top of both pages. Remember, our objective for this page was to hear if beginning sounds are the same or different. So we're going to see some lists of pictures on this side. See how there's a line here? We're going to look at the list of pictures on this side, on the left side of the line. They are all going to have the same beginning sound. But on the other side of the line, that's where we have to decide. Does that word also have the same beginning sound, or is it different? And if it has the same beginning sound, we will circle that picture. But if it's different, we will X it out. So we're going to listen to what these words are, and then we're going to make a decision. Do they have the same beginning sound or a different beginning sound? So we're going to use our orange crayon for this, so make sure you have your orange crayon out, and then we can get started.
If you have an orange crayon and activity page 4, you are ready to begin. When you hear this sound, your teacher will pause the CD so you have time to mark your answer. Then your teacher will turn the CD back on. I am going to ask you to look at some pictures and listen to their names. Listen carefully to the beginning sounds. First, find the row with the blue star.
We're up here.
Pick up your orange crayon. Look at the pictures in that row. Listen to their names. Mouse, muffin, monkey. All of those words begin with the same sound. Say those words aloud with me. Mouse, muffin, monkey. Now look at the picture in the box at the end of the row. It is a mitten. Say mitten with me.
Mitten.
Does mitten begin with the same sound as mouse, muffin, and monkey? If mitten does begin with the same sound, circle the mitten. If mitten does not begin with the same sound, put an X on the mitten.
Okay, so we know that mouse, muffin, and monkey all begin with the sound. Does mitten, there we go, mitten also begin with the sound? Yes, it does. They all begin with the letter M sound. We've already learned about letter M, so I'm going to circle my mitten. Let's check our answer.
You should have circled the mitten.
Yay!
Mitten does begin with the same sound as mouse, muffin, and monkey. Now find the row with a red star.
Okay, here we are.
Look at the pictures in that row. Listen to their names. Lamp, lion, log. All of those words begin with the same sound. Say those words aloud with me. Lamp,
lion, log.
Now look at the picture in the box at the end of the row. It is a bug. Say bug with me. Bug. Does bug begin with the same sound as lamp, lion, and log? If bug does begin with the same sound as lamp, lion, and log, circle the bug. If bug does not begin with the same sound, put an X on the bug. You should have put an X.
Oh, it didn't tell us to stop the CD. Okay, so let's listen to those sounds. Lamp, lion, and log. They all begin with the sound. Does bug begin with the sound? No, it doesn't. bug begins with a b sound. So we're going to put an X over it. And let's listen and see if we're right.
Bug. Bug does not begin with the same sound as lamp, lion, and log.
Good job, guys.
Now find the row with the yellow star.
Here we are.
Look at the pictures in that row and listen to their names. Doll, duck, dish. All of these words begin with the same sound. Listen again. Doll, duck, dish.
Oh, it didn't even give us our directions that time. Okay, so doll, duck, and dish all begin with the d sound. D. The last picture here is of a dog. Does dog also begin with the d sound? Yes, it does. They all begin with the d, letter D sound. So we are going to circle our dog. Let's listen and hear if we're right.
Now look at the picture in the box at the end of the row. It is a dog. Say dog with me.
Dog.
Dog.
We
Does
already knew
dog begin with the same sound as doll, duck, and dish? If dog does begin with the same sound, circle the dog. If dog does not begin with the same sound, put an X on the dog.
It beeped twice that time, but we already know.
You should have circled the dog.
Yay, we did it.
Dog does begin with the same sound as doll, duck, and dish.
They all begin with the d.
Now look at the pictures in the row next to the orange star. Listen to their names. Sack, sock, sink. All of these words begin with the same sound. Listen again. Sack, sock, sink. Now look at the picture in the box at the end of the row. It is a carrot. Say carrot with me. Carrot.
Carrot.
Does carrot begin with the same sound as sack, sock, and sink? If carrot does begin with the same sound as sack, sock, and sink, circle the carrot. If carrot does not begin with the same sound, put an X on the carrot.
Okay, so we have sack, sock, and sink. They all begin with the same s sound. What letter says s? Right, letter S. Letter S that we just learned about. So sack, sock, and sink all begin with letter S. What about carrot? Does carrot begin with the s sound? No, it doesn't. What does carrot begin with? C, right, it begins with a k sound. So we are going to put an X over our carrot. Oh, there we go. There's our X over our carrot. Let's check our answer.
You should have put an X on the carrot.
Yay!
Carrot does not begin with the same sound as sack, sock, and sink.
Okay, great job, you guys. We will be moving on
This
to
is
our
CD 4, track 4.
Not yet. We'll be moving on to our next activity page tomorrow, and I'll see you back here for handwriting and phonics.